All right, good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Welcome to the interviews on behalf of the Traders Hideout and the Traders Place. We're basically just chatting to general people that are in the trading business. It's not really about money or prestige or anything like that. It's just really, how do you fit into the paradigm? How do other people who are in the trading business, starting out, trying to find their way through everything, how do they fit in compared to people who are prepared to talk about it? So thank you very much for taking part.
Pleasure.
What made you decide to trade in the first place?
I was just looking for a way to make a bit more extra pocket money, bit of a challenge. Excited about the prospect of not having to work a job as such, and also if it was my own business, I wouldn't need to have staff or carry stock or chase debtors up for money and things like that. So it seemed like a good option.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a good reason. It's a good reason. And then which markets and timeframes do you focus on?
I actually looking at the moment at all charts that reveal a specific setup that I'm trying to track. So all currencies, pairs, majors and minors, as well as all indices.
Okay.
On the 1 hour time frame.
So you're quite busy then, eh?
Well, the setups only happen pretty infrequently.
Okay.
So I set alerts and stuff on the systems, and then hopefully it triggers.
Oh, fair enough. Now, the more charts you have, especially systems that don't trigger regularly, you do need more charts to actually make up the money at the end of the day.
Yes.
What have you found most difficult about trading?
I struggle quite a bit with risk management and psychology. Those are like the two main areas I'm struggling with. I still am very cavalier in placing trades, and I tend to lose too much on a single position. I don't stick. I don't have hard, and I know the rules. I know, stick to 1% risk per trade or 2% if you set that as a rule, and have a daily loss of maximum of 4% of your trading accounts and things like that. But I never actually stick to those. I see much bigger swings on my account, so I've got to work on that a lot.
Do you know why you think like that?
I'm still in the gambling mentality. I'm not in the trader's mentality.
Okay. So you're looking for the big score?
Yeah. Like I said, I've lost quite a bit of money already in the trading game, and I'm trying to make it all back today. And I haven't yet got to just calm everything down and stick at, hacking little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit.
Okay. Well, as long as you're working on it.
Yeah, I'll get there. But I've said I'll get there for a long time as well. So, but I will get there. Like I think you mentioned earlier, 10 years. I don't plan to do 10 years worth of work before I'm successful. Maybe the 10,000 hours might be a better benchmark. But
10,000 hours of doing the wrong thing, eh?
No, you got to. I feel like you got to feel your way through it.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to find what works for you, find your feet, and then stop trying to hit the home run.
Yeah, I'm confident I'll crack it. I'm just,
of course you will,
and trying to enjoy the journey while I'm getting there as best as I can.
No,
but it's a bit sore at the moment.
What have you found most interesting about trading?
I think trading is actually a very personal thing. Since I've started my trading journey, a lot of my friends have said, how's it going? And can I show them things? And I'm like, I can show you anything you want to see about trading, but it's so up to you what you see. And you're going to have to spend your own time figuring out what's right for you personally. There's a philosophical side to trading that I find quite interesting, and it's just me against me at the end of the day. I know the markets are me against everyone in a zero-sum game in theory. I know you disagree with that, but but it's just me against me at the end of the day. Like if I could solve my simple dilemmas, like I say to you, I know about risk management, and just stick to a rule, I'd probably see a lot better success from the get-go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the difference between guys that are struggling and guys that have been through it all is the market is not your friend and it's not your enemy. You know, it is what you make it out to be. So our job as traders really is to ride the market, not try and change the market.
Yeah, agreed with that. I totally can see that being
And
true.
that's very hard. You know, human beings are not made to follow. We struggle with it, especially traders. I suppose most people could be considered cheap. But as traders, we're a little bit contrary. You know, we're not the usual run-of-the-mill person when it comes to attitude. So we can be quite hard-nosed about things, stubborn.
Yeah.
You know, we can be argumentative. And when that personality trait comes into the market, it's quite dangerous. So we kind of have to learn to change from fighting the market to actually just riding the market.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that famous quote that says the market can stay irrational longer than I can stay solvent. But there's a trader whose Twitter handle is, in fact, I can stay irrational longer than the market can stay solvent. Because you're so right. Like we so think we can figure things out, but that's fairly irrational. If you're a rational person, you can actually probably trade quite quickly.
No, rational people actually don't trade very well.
Might.
Well, think about it. You know, the market should be falling, but it's going up. That's not rational. If you're rational, you would never make a trade.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are kind of irrational most of the time. We want to short the tops and buy the bottoms, you know, and we'll spend hours and hours and hours of our lives trying to do that.
So true. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out all the time. I'm merely trying to find the turnaround points in the market. And to your point, I've got to get on the trend. A third of the way into the movement, I can jump on and still make 2/3 out of the movement, you know?
Or even if you just make a third at a time, you know, 33% of a trend is 33% profit. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we live and learn. It is a process. Nobody's a perfect trader. Everybody makes losses. Everybody does some wins. It's just about accumulating the winners and cutting the losers, you know. And that sounds so cliched because it's true. So on the other side of that question, you know, what is the easiest part of trading? What have you found the easiest?
I mean, I know I answered, like, is there actually an easy part? Like, because I don't know. There's so much to polish and so many skills to improve on all the time. But I mean, I know I said I've practiced taking a lot of losses that hurt, but I just get up and go again. So I'm learning to love my losses quite good. So I've got good at that. But out of psychology, risk management strategy, I would have to say that strategy has to be the result of the easiest part, because I specifically am struggling with psychology and risk management. With strategy, I quite enjoy spending my time back testing and looking for certain strategies that will actually yield good things. I can find some strategies, and I can write down the rules of strategies, and I can become pretty mechanical around a strategy. So that's quite cool.
Yeah, that is cool, eh? Because most people are looking for the crystal ball, but they don't really know why. And if you're interested in strategy, then generally speaking, what happens is you find your way. You know what I mean? It's not a case of I've got to find this, I've got to find this. It's more a case of, gee, this is interesting, I wonder how that would work. I'm assuming that's the approach you've taken.
Yeah, totally. And then I go and I just play back charts after chart and see if this happened here, what would I do there? Oh, that still works out. Okay, cool. That's showing potential. How did it work out here? How did it work out there?
Great. Well, that analysis is going to stand you in good stead going forward, because then at least you know when something works.
Yeah.
So, and what gets you excited? So that's the easiest part of trading. Obviously, the most interesting we've covered there as well. What gets you excited about this every day?
Um, I quite like the potential. Like, so trading to me is the most directly aligned to making money. Like I don't have to go sit in an office where I have to talk politics with people. I can just work my job and try and make money for the time I want to make money. If I want to be philanthropic, then I can go and just be philanthropic for that time, like in another time space or time block, let's say. So from that perspective, the potential to make good money and a good living off of something that I am solely responsible for creating gets me quite excited. Like, yeah, compounding my capital over time.
Great stuff. I think we all get excited about making money, eh?
Yeah.
But it is, because it makes you now responsible for the outcome of your life. There's nothing
Exactly.
else.
And that's a very empowering thing as well.
Yeah.
I would love to get to the point where I can say, oh, I'll make 10% of my money. And I know I will this coming month again. And I know I will the month after. Like, you can say anything you want to, but I know I'll do it again and again and again. I want that confidence, and then, it just ramps up from there.
Excellent. No, that's a great idea. And it is the way to look at it. Trading at the end of the day is a business. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
If it wasn't about the money, why do it?
Exactly.
But
I do like to see it as a computer game, where I've got to make points per month, and my points could be rands. I haven't yet finally decided that, but there's a challenge to it, and I can go from beginner computer game player to expert.
All right, interesting take there, computer game. I can see the attraction there, because it's like a bit of a shoot 'em up, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
the fact that it's just bars on a screen is one thing, but it may well be like people I'm trying to shoot down. Like, you could use the data and change the picture, but the data could be exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay. No, perfect. And then, through all of that, do you actually have a percentage of capital as a target on a daily or a weekly or monthly basis, maybe an annual basis?
I mentioned in my initial response that I'd be looking for 10% per week. But at the moment, I kind of just go for maximum gains, so I can feel out what the strategy could yield before I can actually decide on what a good profit target on the money side is. But I'd like to hit 10% per week, because if I don't hit 10% per week, then maybe it results in 10% per month after 4 weeks, which is the base that I'm going for.
All right. Well, I mean, a target is just a target. It can't be cast in stone, because some weeks you might make 30%, but if you stopped trading at 10% profit, you wouldn't make the extra 20. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So it's good to have like an idea of what you would consider a good outcome. Rather than, I don't like fixed targets personally. If I target 10% a day or a week or a month, and that becomes a fixed thing, you kind of get depressed if you don't hit it, and exuberant if you do hit it, or even worse, you stop trading once you've hit it. So to have an idea, you know what, if I get 10% a week, I'm actually quite happy. That's a much nicer way of approaching it. So I'm glad to hear you speak like that, because it is quite important to have a goal, but these percentage targets for trading can be very misleading.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would shoot for, if like a 10% per week, I would shoot for 10% per week, and as soon as I've got it, I think I would stop trading, to be honest with you, because if you made 10% per week after 4 weeks, in a month you've made a great return. Like, it's probably what, 35% or something like that. On a monthly, or even more, it's more like 40-something percent actually.
Well,
if you compounded your capital. If you compounded your capital. But so Yeah, to stop trading, I don't think when I say stop trading, I don't think I would stop studying the markets for the rest of the time. So let's say I aim for 10% a week and I made it from Monday to by the close of business Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would spend trying to continue to understand and hone my skills, because I'd hate to give that 10% back over those next 3 days. I want to pocket the gains.
No, absolutely. You could always take it out the account. You can make it very complicated, but yeah, at the end of the day, it is a personal thing. It's a personal thing. Do I want to stop trading when I've hit my goal, or is it just like a vague idea of what would be a good outcome? So it is a very, like you said earlier, trading is a very personal. It's a personal endeavor. So you've got to find your own way in that.
Yeah.
So are you actually intending to trade for a living? Is that your
most
ultimate outcome?
No, definitely. I think I resigned from my job probably a year and a half ago now, and I just enjoy doing this. I'm not looking to go and do anything else for the rest of my time. I'm 44, but I'll trade the markets for the next foreseeable future.
All right. And then, what would make you stop trading forever?
Yeah, I think I have a maximum amount of capital that I've earmarked for trading, and I've divided it into a third. Like my first third was just to get myself completely into the deep end and go for it. And I think your first third you're going to blow pretty quickly. The second third you're going to blow a little slower, and the last third you should probably start to turn around and see if you can claw back all of your initial losses. So if I run out of that last third, I think that's a good enough sign from the markets to say you can't play this game anymore.
Okay, fair enough. You have to have a stop loss on everything.
Yeah.
We have to know, what would actually prove to me that this is not my game. Because that's really what the question is about, Okay.
Yeah, I mean, some days I do wake up and I wonder, am I cut out to even be able to trade? But eventually I find my fight again, let's say, and I want to go for it again. So I do like trading. Like I do get excited about trading. So yeah, I think I need a money rule as opposed to a lifestyle or a job rule.
Fair enough. You do have to at some point call it quits. You can't just keep losing money over and over and over.
No, exactly.
And then, are you married? Do you have a partner?
Yeah, I'm married. Yes.
What did they think of this trading endeavor?
No, lots of support. Lots of support to go down this road. She does think at times I'm gambling, but just like shrugs it off when I tell her how small my amounts are that I'm losing at the moment. Although those are growing, I think it's never hard to be honest about that stuff as well. Like if someone said, anyone who asks me, like a lot of people seem to know that I started this journey and they're like, how's the trading going? I'm like, fantastic.
Well, it is fantastic. Interesting. It keeps me occupied.
From that perspective, but if they ask me like money, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about it.
And it's difficult to talk about money from trading to people who don't trade.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing because they just don't understand it.
No, agreed. Yeah.
How do you have a concept of trading? When you started trading, did you realize it was going to be like it is?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It's an interesting game. It really is. Like I said, it's a weird game actually. Like it can be anything you make it out to be. It can be slow moving. It can be fast moving. It can be volatile. It can be trending. It can be. It's
flat as anything.
Flat as anything. You can make lots and lots of money in a day, and you can make a little bit. It's weird.
Yeah. I try and explain that around a bra. The first thing people normally want to, will you trade for me? If I give you some money.
Yeah. 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 No, I think I've already thought that through. Like I know you can become a funded trader and you can make a bit more money, but I don't want the pressure of other people's money riding on my back. I'd like to just make a living off my own capital, and that's it. I'd be happy to teach people although I say I'd teach people my strategy if I figured something out that works. I don't think I would do that either. I would teach them the general concepts about the market, and if they put in the time and worked hard to try and make it for themselves, maybe I'd give them a hand up as a fellow trader. But to give a strategy away that I've worked really hard on to figure out, just because someone's showing an interest, I don't think I would be prepared to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a fair chip. Until it happens, we'll talk then. Let me know what you decide at the time. Because I'm always interested in that, if you see the amount of work that we've put into what we do. People often ask us, why do you share it? Well, we charge for it because we're not trading when we're teaching.
Yes.
And now with things have changed now with the whole COVID story, so we're now going to spend even more time trading, so we're charging less, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's more about a time thing than it is actually about the cash side of it. Teaching is I don't know, a calling, sharing information. I think the two of us just enjoy talking to traders. I think that's really what it's about. And at some point when success does hit, your mind changes. When we were struggling, it was very difficult to teach with conviction.
Yeah.
Now it's a case of, we know this stuff works, so just, you got to find your way through everything.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I learned to code computers from a friend who I used to work with, or work colleague,
mm-hmm.
and he would share every single idea that he had around coding. He was a very good programmer, and still till this day, like I repay that, like in any way I can. Like if I find something that I think is a negative information worth sharing to him about coding or something like that, I would give it to him without even thinking twice.
Sure.
And so there's that. I get that idea, like give and you shall receive,
mm-hmm.
and not to receive. Don't give to receive. Like, but
no,
definitely,
there's a difference.
If you share this, if you share the strategy freely,
you'll get something in return.
Richer in other ways besides maybe money. But exactly.
Money,
You'll get something in return. If it's the joy of building a community or making friends as other traders or whatever it is, it's something.
Yeah, because money is just one aspect of life.
Yeah.
It's something
so
that you have to have money to live comfortably. But it's the wrong way to value your life, I think, in my opinion. You value your life in your relationships, what you do with the money, the other things that go around. My bank balance is not that important. If you know, who cares about my bank balance? I don't care. You
need money to take. I think you need money to get that freedom. Financial freedom, not having to worry about money or where you buy your bread and your milk and things like that. Like you can just go out and get that stuff if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be a very empowering place to be, because then you can really spend the rest of your time, because that's a very limited resource. You can spend that on the things that you should be truly valuing: your health and your family and your friends, and stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason. I really enjoyed that chat. I hope you did too.
Thank you. Yes, I really did. Thanks.
Appreciate your time.
Cool.
Thanks a lot and stay well.
Thanks, Chat later. Cheers.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye.